All right, so hi, it's Matt. I'm going to be doing the virtual demo for you. What I would suggest you do if this is your first time watching this, or if you're learning how to do this for the first time, I would suggest you well, obviously you're on the computer right now, but I would suggest you open up another web page. If you haven't watched the Cutco videos yet, I would suggest as I go through that you actually pause this video, and play the Cutco video so you can actually go through the whole presentation as a customer and see why what we're doing works. Okay, so I'm just going to read the notes. I'm not going to be looking at the camera because you'll be on the phone anyway. I'm just going to pretend like I'm talking to a customer, so I'm not actually talking to a customer, obviously. But I'm just going to read it, and you can follow along. And if you have the notes right in front of you, you can do that as well. But it's just you watch the videos. All right, so now you've already called. You have to make sure you send the confirmation email, and there is a way. And if you talk to your manager, or if you talk to your manager, or you talk to someone who does virtual demos, there is a way that you can actually have the customer let you take control of their computer and move the mouse around. At some point in the future of this video, past this video, we'll be teaching you how to do that, and we might have a future video on how to actually do that with your customers. So that way they don't have to look for the videos. You can just click and move their computer around. They can see what you want them to see. All right, so anyway, so let me get going. So we're calling. We've already set up an appointment. You've set up an appointment a minute ago, and now I'm calling back again to actually do the appointment. All right. So hi, is Miss Smith there? Hi, Miss Smith. This is Matt Washington. How are you doing today? Great. Hey, well, I just wanted to. Is this a good time for you right now? Okay. Cool. Well, I'm really excited about what I'm going to show you today. Now, I wanted to start off just by thanking you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. Now, is your husband going to be joining us for the presentation? No? Okay, cool. That's fine. But could you put me on speakerphone so that way I can hear the video that's going on while you're watching it? Awesome. Thank you. Well, like I said on the phone, my objective today is not to get you to buy anything, today, because I get paid just for talking to people. So I really appreciate you just picking up the phone. And I just get paid for talking to people about the product line and having them try out the products in their home. So have you heard of Cutco before? No, really? Wow. Well, you're in a treat then. You're in for a treat. It's really cool stuff. Well, Cutco, just so you know a little bit about Cutco, Cutco was established in 1949. It is the #1 selling brand of culinary and cookware products in the United States. We sell over $252 million worth of Cutco annually, and currently have over 16 million satisfied customers. So a lot of people have bought Cutco in the past. Cutco's also received a number of awards. It's got a Consumer Digest Best Buy Award. We've been featured on numerous TV shows, one of which I'm going to show you later on today. But I mean, we're on The Price is Right all the time. We're on Dr. Phil. So a lot of, and ABC News, a bunch of outlets have talked about our product. That's why I asked if you had heard of it. A lot of people have. Now, actually, why don't we get started? Are you by your computer? Cool. So what I need you to do is to go into your email and open up that confirmation email that I sent you. And if you could just leave that open when you do, and then open a second window and go to our company page. It's cutco.com, cutco.com. All right? And let me know when you have that done. Now, by the way, while you're doing all that, while you're opening that up, I'll tell you a little bit about me and why I'm working so hard and why I'm doing these presentations. Right now I'm a student at Rutgers University. I'm in my junior year, and I just started with this company a couple of days ago, and I'm in this big competition called my Fast Start, and it's a big contest for my first 10 days. Where I'm actually can win a night out on the town, like in a limo and everything for the company. So I'm really excited. I'm really working hard to do that. In order to win the night out, I need to have at least 30 people try out the Cutco product, even if they decide not to buy it. So keep an eye out for anything that's interesting that you see. And at the end, I'll also ask you to recommend me to anyone you think will be interested in this type of stuff. Okay? Now, also, when I'm done with my first 10 days, I have this scholarship competition. It goes to the top 50 students in the country, so I have a chance to win that. And also there's a company trip to Budapest, which I'm really excited about. I don't even know where Budapest is, but I'm really excited to go. So, so all I have to do to stay on track for my scholarship and this trip is I have to complete at least 20 of these appointments a week to stay on track for that. So, so I really do, again, I just want to say thank you so much for helping me, and you know, hopefully we find something that you like here today, okay? Awesome. All right, so do you have those things open? Good. Now, Cutco makes a ton of really high quality products for the kitchen. I'm not going to have time to show you everything, but as I go through my presentation, if something catches your eye that you might be interested in, don't be shy to ask me and I'll explain that to you, okay? Now, just to go through an outline of what we're going to be going over today, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 videos that talk about the features of our product and their craftsmanship and how they're made. One's like 4 minutes long and the other one's like 2 minutes long. They're pretty quick. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 5 like 1 to 2 minute clips explaining our most popular pieces. Then I'm going to go over the guarantee and the Cutco trial program. So if you like what you see, I'll show you how you can actually get a set to use in your home. And lastly, I'll wrap up by showing you how you can get some free Cutco even if you decide not to purchase anything today. So how's that sound? Okay, great. So if you go to the bottom of the home page where it says Cutco Videos, and you click that, now on the right side of the page, you're going to see, it's on the right side of the page in the Discover Cutco section on the bottom. You got it? All right, now all the way at the bottom now, after you click that, in the middle, you'll see a video called Discover Cutco. It's in the middle column. If you could click play on that, that would be great. All right, so you should stop this video and click play. Okay, so so it goes through, it ends. All right, now, so Mrs. Jones, so what you just saw, the handles that you saw of our products are made out of thermoresin. Thermoresin is a really expensive material to use, but it's completely worth it because it's similar to what they use in like bowling balls and football helmets. So it doesn't melt, crack, chip, break. It doesn't get moldy like wood handles, knives do, and it won't start wobbling, and it doesn't break apart. Now, that double D edge, we have a special double D edge that's unique to Cutco. It's not serrated. It's a straight edge that is put on angles to protect the edge from hard surfaces. It's a really expensive procedure to create that edge, which is why most companies don't do it. Now, okay, so the next video is really the longest video, so I'm not going to have you watch the whole thing. It's the Modern Marbles video. You'll see it on the left in the first column. It was actually made by the Modern Marbles show, and it aired on the History Channel, where they featured us as the world's sharpest knives. So if you can go ahead and play that one, and if you could stop it where you see them, once you see them start cutting up a pineapple, you can stop the video right there, okay? Cool. Now, Mrs. Jones, each knife that we make, each product that we make, has over 30 people who work on it. So it takes close to 2 weeks to make a Cutco knife. All right, now just so I can tailor the demonstration to your needs, I just want to ask you a couple of quick questions. First, how many people do you have in your household? All right, and so you have 4 people. And do you and your husband cook because you enjoy cooking or because you just kind of have to cook? All right, you just cook because you have to. Good. And a lot of people have like a bunch of mismatching knives that they've accumulated over the years. Do you have the same thing going on, or do you have like one set that you use all the time and it matches and all that kind of stuff? Oh, you have one matching set? Do you know the brand? Oh, okay, so you have a Henkel set. Great. All right, so so you already know what some good knives are. That's good. And lastly, how many times a year would you say you entertain other people, either for like barbecues, holidays, Super Bowl parties, things like that? Okay. All right. Well, Ms. Jones, thanks for that information. So 10 times this and Henkel's. Okay. So let me show you some of our most popular products that we make, and then I could show you some recommendations I have for you based upon these answers you just gave me. So the first video you want to play is the trimmer. It's the very first one that you see. Play the trimmer. Cool. Now, Ms. Jones, you see how smooth it cuts? That way, the way it's designed, it also has a juice groove, so you don't get juice squirting all over the place when you're using the knives. All the knives have a juice groove in them, which is kind of cool. Now, the next one you want to check out is the chef knife. See that one? All right, play that. Now that knife is great. It saves you a lot of time and it cleans up super fast. By the way, that cutting board that you see is made by Cutco as well. It's high enough so you can actually slide a plate right underneath it and just push the food onto the plate, as opposed to like picking the food up like you saw the chef doing. And the board is made out of polypropylene, so it doesn't rot out or change colors like wood cutting boards do. Now the next one is the super shears. So click on that one. Awesome. Now those shears are really strong, by the way. They're actually strong enough to cut through a penny. You can use them not just for food, but for all kinds of stuff. You can use it for opening like ridiculous hard plastic packages that everything comes in. You can use it to cut up carpet, clothing, fabrics, wallpaper, linoleum tiles, small tubing. It's good for gift wrapping things. You could also be using your garden if you do any gardening. So that item there is really a customer favorite. Now the last knife I want to show you is the table knife. Can you play that one? It's the last one of the knives. Great. Now the table knives are great for kids. They don't have a sharp point on the end. Kids don't really use the big knives, so much, but they use steak knives all the time. And you know how kids are when they're cutting food, so so if they do slip, your kids aren't going to poke themselves with the sharp point on the end with our table knives. So those table knives also eliminate what I call the earthquake effect. When everyone's trying to cut their dinner and the whole table shakes. Okay, so that doesn't happen anymore. All right, now Mrs. Jones, it's choose your own adventure time. Why don't you pick any video that interests you and that I haven't gone over yet? Are you going to check out the slicer? Cool, that's a good one. Watch the video. Good. You guys pick whatever you want. All right. Now, Ms. Jones, the last video I want to show you is why I decided to represent this product. If you go to the bottom again and you go over to the left where it says owner testimonials, you see that one? Could you play that one really quickly? Play that? Great. Now, those were just random people who walked up to one of our booths at a home show we were doing. That happens every time we do a home show. All these people come over and they rave about their Cutco and how much they love it and what a great investment it was. So, people really like the product, which is why I decided to show it to people. Now, Ms. Jones, the greatest thing about Cutco is their guarantee and their service. If you can go to the very top of the webpage and click on where it says Forever Guarantee. So, Mrs. Jones, this is not a lifetime guarantee. It's not a limited warranty. It is a forever guarantee. What this means that you could give Cutco as a gift to someone. You could find Cutco on the street. You could give it to your kids, and they can pass it down to their kids, and the guarantee is still valid. So the first part covers anything that happens to the knife that isn't supposed to, like the handle melts, or it gets a spot of rust, or a rivet falls out. Those things shouldn't happen, but if they do, you get a brand new replacement free of charge. No receipt needed. By the way, this is the same for the pots, the scissors, the cutting boards, everything that Cutco makes. Now the second part is if your knives ever go dull, you get free sharpening forever. You can just send it back to the company, and all they ask you to pay is the return shipping cost of like $6 to $9, depending on how many knives you're sending back. However, if you call a local office, then they'll come right to your house and they'll sharpen them up for free. Now, Ms. Jones, the third part is the misuse and abuse. This is in case you break your knife doing something it's not intended to do. Like if you use like a screwdriver to pry something open, like a paint can. If you do something like that, you actually still can, you can get it replaced for half the retail price. Now, Mrs. Jones, if you just break the tip off of your knife or something like that, just send it back to the company, and the company will assume that it broke on a bone, and then they send you a brand new knife under the first part of the guarantee, because it's not supposed to break for the manufacturer's warranty. However, if it's like broken in half, or like you leave the scissors on your lawn and you run over with your lawnmower, then that would fit into you have to pay half. All right. Now, the last and the best part is the 15-day trial period guarantee. What do you think of the products that I've shown you so far? Great. Well, as great as they seem in the video, they're even more impressive when you actually use them in your home. Now, the company knows you can't make a good decision on what you need in your home just by watching these videos. So they let customers try out the products for a small refundable security deposit, and then they send you a set. and let you use it for half a month to see what you need. My phone's ringing. Okay, to see what you need. So after 15 days, by the way, we give you a call to see if you like it and ask, if you want to keep it. Anything you're not using, we'll actually help you send back free of charge. And all you pay for, the only thing you pay for is if you decide to keep it or if you want to keep any pieces of it. So they do this so people can really try out the products risk-free for just a fraction of the actual cost of the product. This also lets you show the products to your husband because he's not here right now, and that way you guys can decide together if it's a good investment that you'd like to make, and you can actually show him the products too. So what do you think of the guarantee? It's awesome. Great. All right. Well, based on what you've told me before, there is a set I want to recommend for you. Do you have a pen and paper handy? Or could you grab it real quick? Awesome. All right. Now, if you click on the top left where it says kitchen sets, all right, we have 4 different types of sets. We have our complete set, which is the first set you see. It comes with 32 pieces, and that set comes with all the basic tools and all the specialty knives. It comes with 3 cutting boards. And that set is designed for people who really enjoy cooking and entertain a lot. It also comes with 12 table knives. Now the second set is a medium set, which we call the signature set. Now what they did with this set is they took out some of the pieces that people don't use as much to make it more cost effective. This one comes with 14 cooking tools and 10 table knives. Now the third set is our basic set. It's called the homemaker set. This is our most popular set. It's designed for people who cook just because they have to. It only comes with 10 cooking tools and 8 table knives. However, that set covers just about everything someone needs to do in their kitchen. Now, all the other sets below that are starter sets, and those are really nice as well. Cutco made those for people who either live in apartments or don't have a lot of counter space or want to build up to one of the first 3 sets, down the line because of like finances or something like that. Now, the set that I would recommend for you would be the homemaker set. Could you click on that one really quick? Now, I think this one best fits you because you said you only have 4 people in your household, so that one has 8 table knives. That's 2 per person, which is good, so you don't have to wash dishes all the time. You said you only cook because you really have to cook, and you said you only entertain like 10 times a year, so that's not even once a month. So you probably don't need like a 32-piece set at this time. But that one will probably fit your needs best. Now, if you click on the included, you'll see that set comes with a paring knife for all your small things. It comes with a trimmer that I showed you in the video. It comes with a spatula spreader for your sandwiches and making stuff like that. You have a petite carver, which is good, for your medium-sized jobs. You have a turning fork for flipping stuff in your pans. You also get a chef knife. For all the dicing and chopping you need to do. You have a butcher knife there for your heavy duty things, so once or twice that you need a big thing. You have a slicer for your breads. You have a master carving set, so the carving knife and the carving fork, and so that's all 10 tools, and then it comes with the 8 table knives that you see. Alright, so Mrs. Jones, just so you have an idea of what kitchen knives of good quality sell for, could you click back to your email and click that link that I sent you. All right, click that link that I sent you. That is the Williams-Sonoma. This is when you click on that. That's Williams-Sonoma. It's the largest kitchen store in America. They sell really high quality products like ours, and the set that you're seeing there is called Shun. It's really popular on all the cooking shows that are on TV right now. And most people buy those mainly because they're sick of having drawers of the old junky stuff. It's comparable to like Good Henkel's, Good Wusthof, and Shun. Those are the 3 big ones. Now, if you look, you'll see that set goes for anywhere from like $2,000 to $3,000 on that website if you bought it in a store. Now the homemaker set, if it was sold in stores, would go for right around the same price as this set. It's the same number of pieces. However, since we eliminate the middleman by not selling in stores, and the fact that they don't advertise on TV, they can cut their prices almost in half. And the homemaker set only goes for $10.79. Now, Mrs. Jones, let me tell you about the Cutco trial program. Cutco designed this program so people could try out their products and not feel obligated to buy. So what you do is you can just put down 20% on a debit or credit card as a security deposit on the set. So that would be $236. Then we send you the entire set to try it out. Now the knives will get to your home in like 10 days, and then you could cook with them and use them for an entire month after that. Now, as I said, we're going to follow up with you after like 2 weeks or so, 2 to 3 weeks. And if you don't like the set, we'll help you send anything back, and we'll put the $236 back on your card. Now here's the best part, Mrs. Jones. If you're only using a certain amount of the pieces, that's okay too. When we call, we'll help you send back the pieces you don't want, and Cutco will only charge you for what you decide to keep, even if it's just one knife. And if you decide that you want to keep everything, Mrs. Jones, and most people do, the company will use the deposit as a first payment, and they would charge you the same amount for the following 4 months after that, with no interest, by the way. So Mrs. Jones, there's no risk at all, involved at all. Worst case scenario is you get some good knives and you can use for a whole month in your home. Now, as an extra incentive, the company has a first call special. This is to really promote people to at least try out the products. So if you try out this set today for the $236, I can give you a pair of those super shears that I showed you in the video for free. Now those retail for $99, for $100. And you can keep those even if you decide to send back the set. So really, there's no risk, and you actually get a really nice gift that you'll have for the rest of your life just for trying out the products. So, Mrs. Jones, I really wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, would you like to go ahead today and try out the set for the $236 and get your super shears for free? Right, so that's the close. All right, so if they say yes, great, right up in order. I'll do a quick dropping down. All right. So let's say if they say yes, great, we'll go to recommendations. Let's pretend that they said no. Let's say they said it's a little too much. All right, so they say some stuff. All right, well, Ms. Jones, that's totally fine, Mrs. Jones. Now, would you say that the trial amount, the $236, is too much right now, or is it that there's just too many pieces in this set? Oh, we're looking to spend $200 today, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, I got you, Mrs. Jones. Okay, so then could you go back to the kitchen cutlery sets then? Many of our customers like to try out one of our starter sets. We have several options that are designed to fit almost everyone's budget and still get them something that they like. One of a customer favorite, and it's one that won a Consumer Digest Best Buy Award, is the galley set. If you click on that one really quick, it says 13 pieces, and I'll show you why so many people like that one. Okay. Now the galley set comes with a little less pieces than the homemaker. It comes with, go through the pieces, pairing it, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And this is a really great set. And this one is only $174 to try out this set. And if that still isn't in your budget, you can try out one without the table knives. If you can live without the table knives, and that would only be $134 today. So we're talking maybe a meal, a dinner with your kids out. I don't know if that fits your budget. Okay, so, oh, by the way, with this set, I can still give you the super shears for free for your first call special. So you'll still get the super shears with this one, even if you know you're not getting the homemaker set. Okay, well, it's still a little bit too much, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, Mrs. Jones, so if you could go back to kitchen cutlery sets again, and then pick out any set that you like. A lot of the sets are very cheap. Either an essential set or a studio set or a space saver set. But all those, a lot of those sets are like right around $100 or lower. The studio set's only $80 that you can try it on. So which one do you like there? The studio? Okay, well, click on that one. All right, now that one comes with a paring knife, a trimmer, a spatula spreader for your sandwiches, and a petite carver. Now you could try out that set with the table knives for the four table knives for $104, and you can get the one without the table knives for only $80. And by the way, with this set, you're still getting the super shears for free. So super shears are $100, so you're getting the $100 gift just for putting down the $80 today and trying out this set. So would you like to give that one a try? Yeah, that sounds good. Awesome. Okay, so great. So now, so Mrs. Jones, did you enjoy my presentation? Great. Okay. Well, here's where you can really help me out. It's awesome that you're trying out this set, but as I mentioned earlier, I need to complete at least 25 appointments this week to stay on track for my scholarship and my trip, and I have this limo ride and all these things I'm trying to win. Now, the only way I can do appointments is through recommendations. We don't cold call people. We don't advertise in stores or on TV. So what I need you to do while I'm writing up your order is to send me 15 to 20 names and phone numbers of people you know that might be interested in hearing about our products. Now, in other words, I'm not asking for people you think would buy something from me, just people who are nice enough to give me some of their time. So we have this really big contest going on in my office where the best rep for the month gets a huge bonus. And even better is it's not based upon sales. It's not sales at all. It's based solely on recommendations, because that's how they judge how I did my job, on how many people try out the products, and also how many recommendations they got. So if you could send me at least 10 names and phone numbers, so that would keep me on pace to win my bonus. Now, you can just send the names in a reply to my confirmation email, and then I'll get it. All right. By the way, some people, instead of typing it all out, will just send me like a directory as an attachment, like a church directory or a PTA list or something like that. Do you belong to any groups or organizations like that? Like I have a work list or something? No? Okay, that's fine. All right, well, could you work on that? And I'll take a couple minutes to work on your order, and then I'll send you a receipt, okay? Awesome. All right, so let them work. All right, well, Mrs. Jones, could you, how many do you have down there? I'm actually finished with your order. Have you gotten to 10? You're at 6? Okay. Could you come up with 4 more? Anybody. Ms. Jones, you're on the phone. If you can just go to your contacts, and it doesn't matter if you hang up. I'll call you back. But even if it's the first 4 people in your phone list, I just want to stay on track to win this bonus for the end of the month. Awesome. Okay, and then if you could send that to me. Yeah, just send it to my email. Beautiful. Okay, I got it. Thanks. All right, so Mrs. Jones, just so I can sound courteous and polite when I speak to these people, do you mind if I ask you a couple quick questions about them? Great. So that I don't call it a bad time, do these people all live locally? Okay, good. So I live on Long Island. And do you know anyone who lives like in another time zone? Do you know any people from like California or the middle of the country? Because then I could do appointments like really late for those people, like 11 o'clock at night, and it's still 7 o'clock there. Oh, you do have an aunt in California? Could you send me that? Could you send me her name too? That would be awesome. All right, and then do any of these people have kids that live at home as well? All right, well, most of them do. Which ones don't? Okay, so John and Michael don't. Okay, and in case I get the spouse on the phone, what is the spouse's name? So can I just ask? So you got Mary here. What's her spouse's name? And then Joanne. Joanne is John. And then you put Michael here. Michael single. Okay. And what about Joan? Joan, it's Harry. Okay, cool. And you get the point. Great. And and you have someone here named Ziphanel. Is that correct? Oh, it's Zanifa. Okay, so Zanifa. Good. All right, yeah, I don't want to mess up people's name when I talk to them. All right, thank you so much. Now, last thing, Mr. Jones, just in case, if you were me, obviously I'm not going to get to all these people, but if you were me, which of these people would you call first? Mary? Yeah, does she cook a lot? Yeah. Okay, awesome. All right. Well, hey, Mrs. Jones, first I just want to say thank you again for all your help. I really appreciate you doing this for me today. And by the way, you're going to get your products and you're going to love them. I'm going to be your Cutco rep forever. So if you have any problems or any issues, I'm going to call you back when you get them. And I'm also going to call you again in like 2 or 3 weeks to see how you're doing with them, okay? So give them about a week or 2 to get to your house. And then it was really nice talking to you. And I'll give you a call when you receive your set. And we'll see how everything is going from there, okay? All right. Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Cool. So that is how you do the presentation. I literally just read that. The key with doing phone presentations is a couple things. Number one, if you notice how upbeat and cheery I'm being. Okay, so people, you can't be on the phone, you can't be laying down in your bed, looking at, you just can't. You have to be in an upbeat mode. You might even want to stand up and walk around if you could print this out. If you print your notes out and walk around. If you're by a computer, that's fine. But just make sure you're upbeat. The keys, there's two things that people buy into. They buy into the product and they buy into the rep. Okay, so the most important part of your presentation is really at the beginning. Like the presentation, the videos will sell the Cutco product, but what you have to do is you have to sell yourself. So talk about your contest, talk about the things you're focused on. Like, why will people help you? Well, they help you because you seem really focused on your goals and the things that you want to win. So if you're really focused and you're really excited about it, then the customers get excited about it. If you're just like, yeah, I got this contest and hopefully I win it. So let's go into the presentation. Okay, then why would they want to help you? All right, so most people will want to help, and they'll try out the products. Hey, give you a hand, and they'll give you a lot of recommendations because they want to help you. So, but you have to be more excited than them. And so if you get really excited about it, and the customers will. All right, don't be a robot on the phone. Talk to the people, get to know them, and the more rapport you build, the better. And remember, the main focus is just to get Cutco in their house. Okay, once we get Cutco in their house, we know 90% of the people are going to keep it, and they're going to love it, and they're going to use it, because Cutco will sell itself once it gets there and once they just try it out on some stuff. All right, so that's the Cutco presentation. If you need to watch this again, great. Use your notes. Have some energy, have fun, smile while you're on the phone. You talk differently when you smile, and thank the customer a lot. Make them feel good. Help them make a comfortable decision to try out some products. All right, that's it. Good luck with your presentations, and I'll talk to you soon.